Good evening, boys and girls. I'm going to read you an Easter story tonight. It's called Olivia and the Easter Egg Hunt. I bet you're getting excited about having an Easter egg hunt. So I thought that would be a good story for tonight. Olivia and the Easter Egg Hunt. One Sunday morning, Olivia woke up bright and early. "Today is Easter," she said. "I better go wake up Ian so we can check our Easter baskets." "Don't worry, I'm awake," said Ian, who was standing in Olivia's doorway. "I'll race you downstairs." Father, Mother, and Grandma were waiting downstairs with two big Easter baskets filled with treats. "Happy Easter," they said. "Happy Easter," replied Olivia and Ian. "Oh, a chocolate bunny," exclaimed Ian, digging through his basket. "My favorite." "Well, you'll have to eat it later, Ian," Mom said. "We need to get going if we're going to make it to the great Easter egg hunt on time." "Mom is right," said Olivia, setting her Easter basket down in front of the window. Ian reluctantly did the same, but first we need to come up with a team name. How about, started Father. "I propose Team Olivia." Olivia broke in. Father chuckled. "Team Olivia it is. Let's go, everyone." "I can't wait to win this year, Dad," Francine said loudly as Olivia and her family walked past them at the park. The other teams were all there already, warming up and doing stretches. Mrs. Hoggenmuller was the grand marshal of the hunt. "Ladies and gentlemen," she shouted through the megaphone, "it's time to begin the great Easter egg hunt. Make sure you have your skates and helmets on, because when the bell rings, the race begins." "Oh my goodness, how fun! They're having an egg hunt with roller skates on." "Now, folks, this isn't your average Easter egg hunt," Mrs. Hoggenmuller continued. "You'll be collecting eggs, of course, but you have to complete some silly stunts to get them. The stunts will be at 3 different locations. The winner of each stunt will receive an egg with a puzzle piece inside. The first team to collect 3 eggs can put the puzzle pieces together to find the clue that will lead them to the Easter basket. The first stunt will take place at the supermarket. And then Mrs. Hoggenmuller rang the bell and they were off. Olivia and her family skated to the supermarket as quickly as they could. When they got there, Francine's family was already there, halfway through the first stunt. "Welcome to silly stunt number 1, said Mrs. Hoggenmuller, "the single strand spaghetti slurp. Who will perform from Team Olivia?" "I'll do it," volunteered Ian. "Go, Ian!" cried Olivia as Ian started slurping away. "Ian wins!" Mrs. Hoggenmuller shouted when Ian finished up the last strand of spaghetti. "Here is your first egg, Olivia," said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. "And your next stop is the town library." So they had the spaghetti slurp first, and now they're going to the town library. Olivia's family made it to the library just in time to compete with Julian and his parents on silly stunt number 2, the running of the books. To complete this stunt, you must run through the tire obstacle carrying a stack of books on your head. "And then deposit the books in this box," said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. So see the box? They have to go through the tire maze and then put the books in the box. "I'll do it," Grandma volunteered. She carefully placed the books on her head and began making her way through the tires. "Bok, bok, Mrs. Hoggenmuller was doing the chicken impression to test the competitor's concentration. Luckily, Grandma practiced and was able to keep her balance perfectly. "Congratulations," said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. "Here is your second egg. Now, on to the school gym." So they've got 2 eggs so far, and remember, they need 3. As Olivia and her family skated over to the school gym, Ian was having a hard time keeping up. "Come on, Ian, there's only one more stunt to go," Olivia said encouragingly. Ian perked up. "You're right, one more stunt, and then I get to eat my chocolate bunny." Silly stunt number 3 was called Hoop-de-Loop Challenge. "You need to keep the hoop spinning for 1 full minute," said Mrs. Hoggenmuller. "This one is mine, gang," said Olivia. "Olivia, you're the best hoop-de-looper I've ever seen," declared Mother, as Olivia expertly kept 5 hoops spinning and won the challenge. Mrs. Hoggenmuller handed Olivia the 3rd egg. "Now it's time to open your eggs. Put your puzzle pieces together, and you'll be able to figure out where the Easter basket is," she instructed. So they've got their 3 eggs, and inside each egg is a puzzle piece. And that's going to give them the clue of where the Easter basket surprise is. Ian opened the first egg. Inside was a puzzle piece that looked like a picture of a wall on it. Grandma opened the second egg, and this puzzle piece had a picture of a nut on it. And Olivia opened the last egg and pulled out a puzzle piece with the picture of a tree on it. So a wall, a nut, and a tree is on the puzzle pieces. "A tree, a nut, and a wall," said Olivia. "A wall, a nut, and a tree? But what does that stand for?" wondered Grandma. "Walnut tree." "Walnut tree!" exclaimed Olivia. "The Easter basket is in a walnut tree." "But which walnut tree?" asked Father. "There's lots of walnut trees around town." "Look, there's a map on the back of each puzzle piece," Olivia said. "The walnut tree is in the park." Team Olivia raced to the park and stopped suddenly in their tracks. The park was filled with walnut trees. "I guess that's why they call it Walnut Tree Park," observed Grandma. Suddenly, Perry ran over to one of the trees and started barking. "Perry found something," shouted Olivia. "Pick me up, Dad," Olivia said. Father lifted her up, and she grabbed a brightly colored Easter basket that was resting on one of the tree's branches. "We found it!" yelled Ian. "Go Team Olivia," said Mother. So it was up in the tree, and the dog barked and helped them find it. See? The great Easter egg hunt is over, and the winner is Team Olivia, Mrs. Hoggenmuller announced through her megaphone. Inside the basket was a big golden egg. "There's a special surprise inside," said Mrs. Hoggenmuller, "but you should wait to open it until you get home." Okay, so look, there's the golden egg that was in the special basket, but they said don't open it till you get home. What do you think's inside? Ian was the first one through the door when Olivia and her family arrived home after the Easter picnic. "I finally get to eat my chocolate bunny," he said. He dug through his basket, but instead of pulling out a bunny, he pulled out a mushy blob of melted chocolate and foil. "Oh no, it's all melted," cried Ian. "Don't worry, Ian, you can have mine," said Olivia. But as she dug through her basket, she discovered her bunny had also melted. "I guess we shouldn't have left them so close to the window on such a sunny day," Olivia said sadly. So she was going to be so kind and share her bunny, and they both have melted bunnies. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me. Olivia paced the floor, trying to think of a way to cheer Ian up. She spotted the golden egg in the Easter basket and remembered what Mrs. Hoggenmuller had said about the surprise in the golden egg. Olivia carefully pried open the egg, and a flood of little chocolate bunnies spilled out. "Yay!" exclaimed Ian, biting the ears off one of the bunnies. "Thanks, Olivia." Olivia passed out chocolate bunnies to everyone. "Great job today, Team Olivia." So inside the golden egg, there were little chocolate bunnies for everybody. Well, that just was perfect, huh? That's what they were wanting. And the end of our story. I can't wait for next year's Easter egg hunt, Olivia said that evening as Mother and Father tucked her into bed. Maybe we'll get to travel between stunts by jet plane. I don't know where you get these ideas, Olivia, replied her mother. I'm going to tell Mrs. Hoggenmuller at school tomorrow, said Olivia sleepily. Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad. Good night, Olivia, said Mom and Dad. So she's thinking maybe next year they'll get to ride in a jet plane between the stunts instead of roller skating. That would be fun, huh? Well, I hope you enjoyed the story of Olivia and her Easter egg hunt, and I hope that when you have your Easter egg hunt, I hope you find lots of eggs and get lots of good treats inside of them. I'm gonna have to get me a chocolate bunny after eating that story. I need some chocolate. I think I might have some chocolate in the house. It sounds pretty good right now. Have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow for circle time. I can't wait. Bye.